Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the September polish pickup. If you don't know what polish pickup is, every month a bunch of different indie makers get together and they produce one product to the centralized polish pickup site, and that site is open the first Friday through Monday of every month. So this month it's open September 3rd to September 6th. This month's theme is trick or treats. In the description box below I will link the polish pickup site, Instagram page, and Facebook page, and then I'll also link every maker that I have, their sites as well. These will only be exclusive to the polish pickup website. They won't be available on the individual makers' sites, but it is a good representation of the brand themselves if it's something you're interested in further exploring. Also, some products are what we call capped, and if a product is capped, that means there's only a certain number of those available during the ordering window. If a product has no cap, there is an unlimited amount that you can order. So I do have 9 products to look at this month, and let's go ahead and get started. So first, from Colors de Carol, we have Witch's Best Wishes. This is inspired by Halloween decorations, and it's described as a black to orange to gold to red multi-chrome base with ultra-chrome chameleon flakes in blue to green to purple, and a multi-chrome 3D magnetic effect in pink to purple to blue. The formula on this was good, not too thick or too thin. 2 to 3 coats for full opacity. I do like my multi-chromes to be fully opaque before I magnetize them, so I am going in for 3 coats. And then I'm going to hold the magnet over it for about 15 seconds per nail. This is going to dry dull and slightly textured, so I do recommend top coat, but removal is easy, so there are 3 coats plus a glossy top coat. Up next, from by Dana Viena, we have We See You. This is inspired by Watchful Eyes in the Dark, and it's described as a black jelly base with a mix of neon yellow glitters. So on this first coat, I'm more so worrying about getting a little bit of opacity built up before I dig for some of those larger glitters. These larger glitters do require some manipulation to get them to spread out across the nail. You don't get a boatload of them, but once it is built up, it does give a nice pond effect to the manicure. The formula is good. Again, it's not too thick or too thin. I did do 3 coats and got mostly full opacity. Depending on your application, if you go in a little bit thicker, 3 should be fine. If not, you might even want to go in for 4 or layer this one over a black base. You are going to want a thicker glitter-eating glossy top coat to smooth this out. It is going to dry with some texture, and removal will take the slightest bit of scrubbing, but there are 3 coats plus top coat. Up next, from Indie by Patty Lopes, we have Knock Knock. This is inspired by jack-o'-lanterns, and it's described as a green Crelly base with green shimmer and light orange black matte glitters. This one I do think is more on the turquoisey side of green bases. There is a green undertone to it, but I do think it leans more in the blue direction. This is pretty sheer. I did build it up in 3 coats to full opacity. The glitter in here isn't overwhelming, so it is easy to kind of spread out across the nail. I did do a little bit of swirling to get that larger glitter out. They are easy to avoid if you don't want them, but they are easy enough to get if you do. This does have glitter, so it is going to dry textured, and removal will take some scrubbing, but there are 3 coats plus top coat. Up next, from KB Shimmer, we have Witch Please. This is a grape-leaning purple Crelly loaded with color-shifting flakes that go from orange to gold. This also has silver hollow flakes and a unique sparkly shimmer. Formula on this was wonderful to work with. I got full opacity in 2 coats. I don't think you would even need 3 if your nails are longer, and I was working really thin here. You will want top coat. It is going to dry dull and textured, and removal is easy, so there are 2 coats plus a glossy top coat. KB Shimmer's other contribution this month is their Warm Apple Cider Sugar Scrub. This says there are nods of fall, warmth, shimmering cinnamon, spice cloves, an absolute quintessential fall scent in my opinion. And if you've been here for any length of time, you know how much I love the KB Shimmer Sugar Scrubs. I use them every day. Like, there's not a day that goes by that in some aspect I don't use this sugar scrub. They smell nice, they rinse easily, they leave my skin feeling nice and moisturized, and this scent definitely screams fall to me. Gets me right in the mood, and I'm rinsing it off in my cauldron just for that reason. I do highly recommend trying out their sugar scrubs if you haven't yet, so that is the Warm Apple Cider scent for September's offering. Up next from MJ Lacquer, we have Pinkaboo, and this is inspired by her favorite game, Peekaboo, that she plays with her grandbabies. This is described as a trithermal, mahogany it's in its coldest state, burgundy in its in-between state, and a pink in its warmest state, and it's loaded with iridescent flakes. The formula on this one was good, very easy to work with, no running, pulling, or staining. A little bit on the sheer side, so I am going to do 3 coats to build this one up to opacity. In its cold state, it was totally opaque in 2 coats, and I was leaning very warm this day, so I did go in for 3 because I could see my nail line in that warm state. This is going to dry down matte for the most part, so I do recommend a glossy top coat, and removal on this is going to be easy. So there are 3 coats plus a glossy top coat. Up next from Night Owl Lacquer, we have that Halloween Glow. This is inspired by jack-o'-lanterns, and it's described as a blackened orange base filled with an orange to bronze to gold to green shimmer. This one is nicely opaque here on this first coat. I did get full coverage in just 2 coats. Again, a smooth, easy to work with formula. If you wanted to, you could layer this over a black and get a more vampy effect. The shimmer is very shifty on the nail and in person. It is going to dry on the dullish side, so I do recommend top coat, but nothing will dry textured or be difficult to remove. So here are 2 coats plus a glossy top coat. Up next from Penelope Loose, we have Wizard Kitten. This is inspired by an image of a very cute kitten dressed as a wizard. It's described as a purple vibrant base with orange and black matte glitters and black matte stars. Formula on this was wonderful. This is a absolute standout this month for me. Totally didn't expect it, but I really loved how this looked on my nails. I did do 3 coats for full opacity. I didn't have to fish for any of these glitters, but I did do some placement. I emptied some of the polish out of the bottle for placement of these black stars. I wasn't able to swirl and fish any of those out naturally. This is going to dry dull and textured, so you will want top coat to finish this off, and removal will take some scrubbing. And lastly for today from Rogue Lacquer, we have Tricks and Spoopy Treats. This is inspired by delicious Halloween treats and cake, and it's described as a Halloween crelly with black, teal, lime, and purple flakes. This is all in a white base, and it does have your standard Rogue Lacquer crelly formula that is so smooth and so easy to work with. I got full opacity in 2 coats. It is going to dry on the dull side and with some texture, so a thicker glitter-eating glossy top coat to smooth this over. Maybe 2 coats of top coat, and removal is easy as far as it's not going to stick to your nails, but these flakes do get a little messy. So there are 2 coats plus a glossy top coat. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these month's polishes. Let me know what you plan on picking up from this month's polish pickup and what your favorite was from today's video. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.